Okay, so what do you want in a war film? That is the question, because I saw Warfare today. I didn't get what I wanted out of it. Warfare comes in at a short hour and 35 minutes. It's rated R for obvious reasons. We're talking a war film, right? This film is directed by Alex Garland, which could be a real mixed bag for some people, but it's also co-directed by Ray Mendoza, who's, I guess, an Iraqi war veteran, and this is a film about the Iraqi war. So it's good to have that level of expertise and experience when crafting a film like this. It's based on true events. It's promoted a couple times, I think at the beginning and the end of this film, that there was nothing utilized except for the memories of the people that were there on the ground. This is a good thing overall, right? This film felt raw, it felt gritty, it felt violent, it felt overwhelming. Great qualities to have in a war film. However, we're going to go back to why I do not tend to like or go for films that are based on real life events, why I don't really care for biopics and things of that nature. Because I'm sitting here and I'm watching this film and I can recognize, okay, it's crafted well, it's very well made. It very well may be completely 100% historically accurate. Great. It depicts the events in probably a realistic way. I have no way of verifying that. That being said, every complaint I'm going to have about this film is one that would probably take away from the realism of the actual history of what occurred. Now, what do I mean by that? We follow a military unit and partially a second one in this film during the events of, I don't know, 10 hours maybe. I've never seen a war film from an American's perspective that depicts American soldiers as incompetent. I'm going to call it that. I'm sorry. I have, but it's what it comes across. During the events of this entire film, in which an army unit, and then consequently a second one, are holed up in this house while, I'm just going to assume, random Iraqi citizens who are opposed to the American presence in their country converge on this house with weapons, automatic weapons, grenades, IEDs, explosives, and engage these two army units or Navy. Like I mentioned in the opening sequence of text that there's Navy SEALs involved. I don't know if we were actually seeing Navy SEALs or if we were seeing Army. I really don't know, because there was talking about different aspects of it that didn't really narratively materialize as far as I can tell. But anyway, these professional military personnel are holed up in this house while Iraqi individuals are surrounding and engaging. Through the entirety of this film, for an hour and a half of runtime, it was only depicted in evidence of our American soldiers only taking out and hitting one Iraqi. The American casualties are higher, both in severe injury and minor injury. We see one Iraqi get hit. And this was becoming very, very obvious to me at one point, where you're basically seeing these military men firing. You almost think it's blindly. It's like, where's your targets? What are you engaging at? And then sometimes you'll see from the perspective, you're looking from behind the soldier and you're seeing the Iraqis on rooftops or peeking around walls. They're firing. And the Iraqis ducking and pulling away, pulling away, going up and down. You don't see any of them get hit except once in the entirety of the film. These are trained, seasoned professionals going against what might be angry citizens. They don't have no perception of being, let's say, Iraqi military. There's no evidence of that. Could be, yes, but we don't see any of that. We see them get into bad situations and they panic. We see military personnel repeatedly disrespecting one another. And the point where when the second unit comes in as people trying to assist and rescue the first unit, and there are injured personnel on the ground being tended to for their wounds, it happens, like, I swear, like 3 separate times where these members of this other unit come in and they're kicking and tripping over the legs of these injured soldiers. And it's their legs that are injured because they've just been in a bomb explosion. And they're already screaming in pain as their wounds are being tended to. And they're walking. And of course, the members of the unit that are tending to them, you know, keep having to tell them, hey, watch where you're walking. Stop tripping over the injured people. I understand, and I'll never experience it, that war is a horrific thing. And soldiers are going to get in bad situations. Physically, psychologically, emotionally. But I'm seeing a representation of these individuals in this horrific position behaving in a way that is disappointing. To reflect that any other way might not be realistic. It might even be in counter to what actually occurred. I don't know. But I'm here to watch a movie at the same time. And I'm getting frustrated by the lack of precision in these personnel. The lack of cohesion. The lack of professionalism. And again, maybe professionalism is the wrong word here. I understand that. It's like, okay, this is a wartime situation. I get it. People are going to lose their cool, but these are seasoned military operators. They're skilled operators. They're supposed to be skilled operators. I don't see that. I don't, and it bothered me. I did not like this movie. I do not recommend this movie. I'm sorry. I wish I could, and I'm sorry as it being a depiction of actual events. Yeah. The engagement, the tension, the brutality behind everything, in a filmmaking sense, whether accurately portrayed or not, okay, the tale. It was, in to some degrees, in certain aspects here and there, almost as intense as certain aspects of the D-Day opening scene from Saving Private Ryan. Like, I mean, you're feeling the chaos, the violence, gunfire and explosions and smoke and pain and dirt. I mean, all that, it's there. But as a narrative for a movie you want to see, at least for me, it didn't work. And I hate saying that because, again, it's war and real people were there on the ground and getting hurt and being traumatized. And that's why I don't like to see these movies, because my complaints about the film feel like they belittle the experiences of the individuals who had to live through it. And have you seen it? Have you seen Warfare? Are you going to see Warfare? If you have thoughts and opinions about Warfare, whether you've seen it or not, word box, dialogue, we like that sort of thing around here. Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts if you like. Appreciate it.